Alright. Hold on here. I'm going to get a trash can. I just want you to see the amount of gunk that is accumulated up inside of this over the years. So I'm going to set a trash can down right here. And I needed a small screwdriver for these screws. Now, you have to forgive me. I was curious and I got into working here yesterday. One screw. And I wanted to see what I had to deal with. When I saw this, I was like, you know what? I should put that on camera if I said I'm going to film any of this. Alright, you see all that schmutz? Can you see all that junk in there? Look at that. That's nasty. Look at that. Look at the amount of stuff that's in there. And if I can get the quill to go down. Hold on for a second. See, I took the quill handle out yesterday. Thinking, oh, well, I'll just put this in evaporust overnight. That seems alright. But look at the... Can you see the dirt up in there? Can you see that? It's just piles of this all the way through the casting. And imagine it's really bad in the hole in the back there, but that's back here next to the quill. And so I don't know exactly what to do with that. I'm pointing the camera at my head. So anyhow, I see a set screw. You see the set screw right there? Alright, so that may be the key to getting this quill to come out. But what I have to do is bring the quill all the way down, lock it right there, and take a long Allen wrench and unwrench it. That might be the key, but it still doesn't get the pulley off of it. So we're going to let it go back. And oh, it's slowly creeping back up. Alright, so I know some of you really enjoy seeing this, so I'm going to set you back down to make sure you got the thing. Let's pull some junk out of this. And I'm going to put that straight to the trash can. Alright. You see the junk? Oh. Well, that's helpful. There you go. Let's scrape on down the insides here. Oh man, there is just a pile all the way around the quill of just absolute nastiness. And I'd like to get all this stuff out of here because though it's been sitting here for God knows how long. Oh, you know what? There you go. There's another little pile of shit. Now, do I still count as being family friendly? I don't know. And see, you couldn't even see that. The junk was so thick you couldn't even see the split in the casting. Alright, so that's where we're at right now. And I'm going to wait for my evaporust to finish so I can put the quill locks back in. Now you see, this bolt has been painted to the machine with this nut. And I'm going to get the bolt out, screw the bolt into this, and hopefully I can just pry that off. And then there's another set screw here. I don't know what this one is for, so I haven't untightened it a whole lot. I think it's just to keep the casting tight on the bearing, is what I think. This actually keeps the bearing inside of the machine, is what I'm thinking, but I don't know for certain. We're going to figure it out, though. We'll get there in a minute. Anyhow, that's what I got going on right now. It's one step at a time. And what I got right here, I'm going to put this screw back in here temporary. That's where it came from. I'm going to take this one out of the cover because I'd like to take this cover and treat that for rust as well. Let's see, the cover's over here. And it's not that bad, but I need to degrease this stuff. And see, this has been painted twice. There's the original paint, gotten kind of rusty. Here's their paint, which is put on with a brush, I think. And here's the original paint, but it's grungy, man. This thing, I need to clean it because I can't touch this thing without getting absolutely nasty. You know how that works? So anyhow, as it stands now, what a guy's a dirty piece of equipment. And this is steel. This is where the original start-stop button on it is on all these drills that I can find, is in this cover. Now, this must have come from the factory without that, because there's a start-stop switch over here and they had the blank plate already. Now, maybe the guys who worked at the factory that built this drill made this cover with a bead roller, and considering this is off-center on the casting and it's not exactly flat, and the casting looks to be perfectly flat, there's a possibility that the bead roller put this little hump in it. There's a strong possibility of that, folks. And, you know, they just made a decorative cover. Now, how in the world they had the original wires go all through here, I don't know. The start and stop buttons were here. This is a built-in switch case. And they moved everything over to here, maybe when they changed the motor over to 3-phase. And then, with the routing for the wires, yeah, I don't see a good way for routing on this. And that's just kind of blowing my mind. Now, you see, what I did was go and clean all that gunk out. And now every time the quill goes up and down, it's all stuck to the quill. And as I said, the quill seems like it's nice and tight. There's no bearing noise. It is nice and tight. The only thing I don't like about it is this is absolutely disgusting rusty. And I might need to take that apart just to clean that. Or if I take this depth stop off. But what's going to get me though is this right here, the part of the casting for the machine for the depth stop, is going to keep me from getting in and cleaning this like I want to. So I might take it in, I might not. I don't know. What I did find while I was cleaning this, while I was investigating this, was, if you come with me, all right, you see this? This is a nut. And it says tension on it when you pull it out. I think right there is missing a washer. Okay? So we're missing a washer right here. And here's this. And then we pull this off. And I'm going to set that down. Now you see there's a little bit of grease on there. But I don't know if that's schmoo or grease. But it's literally, it's got teeth all the way around it. And there's teeth on this gear here all the way around it for you to adjust your depth stop. So what you do, I guess, if you want, and see that just fits in there all nice, was set the depth stop there to, now you see if I go wiggling this, I'm going to mess up the return spring, but this has to come out. This has to come out. So if I want to pull that quill out, and what happens is the return spring is probably inside the slot on this. I can't see. Maybe we can see with the camera. Let's see here. Let's see. I can't tell. That looks like a little piece of metal down in there. It might not be. I can't see. Yeah. It's definitely a little piece of spring slotted into this right here. So if I pull that out, then my depth return spring will go on me. But I might have to do that just to get this out, because as it sits now, it can't move. I can't pull it out. There must be a nut or something on it in here that is keeping me from pulling that out. So And you know what? I don't care. I bought a... Oh, okay. Here you go. I found a screw. I guess I could bring y'all over here. All right. Let me bring you around on this side. All right. You're going to have to mind the plants. They're in the way. All right, where are we aiming at? Oops. All right. Yes, I know my plants are dangerous and inconvenient. They'll be outside in a couple weeks. All right, so we're right here, right? Yeah. All right. We're right there. I'm going to slam this cover bag down. Hold the phone. All right, what I got right here is a screw. And you see this knob? And that increases the down tension. And going the other way, which is weird because I think I'm not screwing this in. Decreases it. But what I got is there's no change in the tension on that. There's no change in the return. So I think this spring is broken. There you go. I had to pull down on it. Now look at that. That's a worm screw, man. That is a worm screw. So, oh, you know how I said that? Watch. One. All right. Increase was right here. That's one. That's two. All right. It went around 1.5. Increase was right here. And now it's over there. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's just beautiful. All right, now we have no tension. All right, so that's our worm gear and all. You see, it's a what do you call it? I forgot. Well, it's worm gear. This goes that they're at an angle to engage that screw thread, and now this is safely disarmed, so to speak. And with that, oh baby, look what I got happening here. You see that? Y'all saw that thread start moving out, right? All right. Check that out. With that, I got the quill out. I got the gear out that I wanted to clean. And, well, let's see how far. All right, I can make this go. I put this right here. And I can go up over the top of this drill. Just like that. Now, oh no. I've gotten this out. And guess what I feel? I feel a completely shot bearing. Alright, so let me back y'all up a little bit. My hands are getting greasy from touching this, and I don't like touching my camera with my hands covered in grease. So we're going to have to wing it. Alright, I got to drop the leg back out on my tripod. And I need to drop it back in a little. My floor is unlevel right here. Alright, you can't see where I'm at. Alright, so what I got, this bearing felt like it was great. And now I'm taking it right here, like this. that bearing is shot. This bottom one is gone. It is clunky and grinding, and that is just not going to work. So we are definitely going to have to take his head off. And this is my shaft collar. It sets a preload on the drill, on the bearings, to keep this column good, right? So we got to replace a couple bearings. I think it's preloaded. I don't know. I don't know how to find that information either, because this is very old drill press. Now, will this just... Alright, there's a definite 2 notches in this pulley here for this to go up and down. There's a bearing on this though, and that bearing is fine. These 2 bearings are gone. Oh, I just like that. But you see what happens to my hands? Every time I touch this thing, that's my hands afterwards. So that's why we're cleaning it. I got to get rid of that. I can't use a tool that does this to me every time, because I wanted to use this for woodworking as well as metal. And you can't have that on wood. So, alright. What I got here is this split bolt. This bolt has a split bolt inside of it, and I think it's part of the casting. And there's a moon, half moon cut into it that matches the pillar. And as the bolt is drawn tight on itself, it's drawn those 2 halves around that pillar and clamped the head down onto the pillar, so it will or will not come off or move on the pillar. So that's where I'm going to leave y'all for right now. I gotta go clean my hands. I know I'm being weird about it, but we're good to go. I'll see y'all in a couple minutes.